Alright, welcome everybody. My name is Mr. Llama, and today I am going to be casting a game TVZ between our red Terran player, Terranitup, and our blue Zerg player, Tlaloc, and I am not sure how to pronounce that, so we're going to call him Lock this game. Our blue Zerg has spawned in the 230 position, and our red Terran player has spawned down here in the 530 position. They are playing on Antiga Shipyard this game. A map that does offer a pretty easy to defend natural there, as you do have this ramp right here, and then a third as well that has these rocks and these ramps right here. So usually ends up being a typically macro oriented game, I like to say, or at least getting to 3 bases, as that is all you have to defend right there. It's just that little wall in right there. Or not wall, but those little sections. So I see a lot of games that go to 3 bases at least, and then securing a 4th can be difficult because that's where you have to actually go around this whole place to secure one up there, or you can secure the golden here, of course, but that's got the risk. And then Terran can siege up there, or Protoss or Zerg can have their brood lords, anything like that. So it is hard to get 4 bases, but of course I've seen games where players will take every single base on this. So we do have our Terran player right now starting off. He does throw down his gas after the racks there. So he's just going to be opening pretty standard here, possibly going for some sort of reactor Hellion build, as that is very popular today. This is a Gold League match, by the way. I'm not sure if I stated that or not. And we do have our Zerg actually opening up with a spawning pool here on 14 supply. So that's a little bit different. Usually in the metagame right now, there is a hatchery going down at around 15 hatch, 14 hatch, something along those lines. But possibly this Zerg player has had some trouble before holding off at 2 racks or something along those lines, and so he is a little scared of that and just wants to be safe throwing down that gas and that spawning pool here. And he does throw down his hatch on 15 actually. So he go ahead and goes for a 15 pool or 14 pool, 15 hatch, 15 gas, something along those lines. Our Terran player in the meantime actually is going to go ahead and throw down 2 barracks here. So what I thought to be a reactor Hellion expand actually turns into a 2 gas barracks with tech lab, and we'll see if he's going to get any upgrades right here, getting stim or anything like that. No, he is not. But he did just use some gas right there, so he is making Reapers actually. Okay, he's going to go ahead and scout with that SCV as well. Let's see if he has not found our opponent yet, so he's going to go ahead, and this I guess is his first scout of the game right there. So a little bit later than most people scout, but no harm, no foul. And we do have another tech lab coming down for our Terran player, as well as another barrack. So he is going to heavily invest right now in these in the bio units, and we do have that first Reaper out right now. So a queen is on the way just now for our Zerg player. That was a little bit delayed. Oh, okay, no, so already had his other queen, so he's getting his second queen, which yes was a little bit delayed. Usually you want to get your queen out there in time, but he is going to throw a spine crawler down. In the meantime, we do have this Reaper coming into the back base here. This queen is going to be good with his injects right there, so he's going to make sure he gets his injects, and then go ahead and run over there to save these units. But this Reaper is going to go ahead and start picking off some drones here, if he can micro this well, because there are no spine crawlers and no queen down here yet. So that's where that queen does come in handy. There's also no Zergling speed, so this Reaper already up to 3 kills right now. More Reapers are on the way, 2 more coming, 1 more in production. And this Reaper, is it going to be able to snipe the sling with micro? Yes, it is. So we do have 3 Reapers still for our Terran player. In the meantime, our Zerg player, just his speed about to get halfway. He does have a spine crawler up here, down at his natural here, so that is going to be helpful. But these Reapers are going to go ahead and run around. They can sneak around in there, and they will be able to snipe off at least 1 more drone, I would assume. No, they almost sniped the drone, but they are forced to back out, and they're going to run right in at that queen. Not a good decision, and this Zerg is going to be able to hold this, push back that Reaper right there. We do have another Reaper that's coming in here, possibly going to go snipe a little bit in the main. We'll see what he's actually able to do. More Reapers on the way. 3 more Reapers on the way. So this Terran player is just going to be relentless with these Reapers right now. And he's going to go ahead and start harassing this Queen here. If he can get it off creep, he can do a little bit better job with sniping that, but he's not able to. So this Terran player going to go ahead and have to back his Reapers out. He does have a lot of minerals right now, so he is going to start expanding, throwing that down that command center. Always a good move when you have extra minerals right there. And he as well could start throwing down more barracks or something like that to prepare. Our Zerg player in the meantime, still just sticking to his basic tech, spawning pool with the Zerglings with speed, no lair yet, and he does have the second gas up right now, but he's not mining from it yet. So he's still very preoccupied with defending from these Reapers. And these Reapers are looking to find a way to jump up into the space right here. I think he might believe that there are Lings right there now. So he's going to go ahead and just hold his units here at the front and possibly wait for bigger attack. Now he's starting to make Marines out of those bunkers. He is getting stim and combat shields, so it looks like these are the last Reapers that he is making for a while, if ever, for this game, as he is now switching into Marine Tech. He's going to go ahead and come in here. Reapers do such big damage against those buildings right there. 30 damage against structures. So he's going to start focusing down on this Queen right here. And he is going to be able to snipe this Queen. And this Zerg player does not have much. His hatchery is going to start getting hit. Taking a lot of damage there, and he does not have too many units here, just a few Zerglings he's going to be able to stream about. But this Terran player was focusing the Reapers on the hatchery. He did lose one Reaper, and it looks like this Terran player might be able to snipe this hatch. But there we go, we have a drone pool from our Zerg player, and our Terran player is not reacting, so he is going to lose all of these. He's trying to focus down that hatchery, but that hatchery stays alive, so he tries to focus the hatch, isn't able to quite get in, instead loses his Reapers. That hatch is still very low though, and we do have a lair and roach warren now down for our Zerg player. In the meantime, the expansion for our Terran player has been taken, as well as he has thrown up a couple more barracks. So not teching at all, really just going to go ahead and start going to a big Marine push. It looks is coming out. He does have 10, 12 Marines right now on the way, plus another one right there standing. So 13 Marines, 12 of them are going to be pushing. He is going to run right by this Overlord, so our Zerg player does see what is coming right now, and does he have the units to handle it. He does have 500 gold. He does have roaches though, so 8, 9 roaches should be able to handle 13 Marines any day. So he's just going to push down there and attack right at these Marines, because he knows that he can win this battle right now. The Terran player knows it as well, and he is going to start backing up his Marines as these roaches retreat into the base. Our Terran player is trying to get Marauders now, as he does see those roaches, so a great way to counter those. Our Zerg player is spreading the creep with those Overlords a little bit right there. Always a smart move. That way he can use these creep tumors and get a little bit more distance out of them. I believe that actually works. Or if he was to do that. But having the Overlord actually over the ledge, I believe, allows you here. So this Overlord giving vision / this one right here allows for this creep tumor to now be placed down here. There's something tricky with creep that I haven't quite figured out, but something along those lines. So our Terran player is feeling a little bit more defensive now, as he just threw up a couple bunkers. Our Zerg player should be looking to expand pretty soon, I would imagine. He is throwing down an infestation pit as well as an evolution chamber, so looking to get some upgrades. He does have those 2 gas mining, possibly going to start getting his other gas mining as well here, if he is going to start investing into gas tech or a gas heavy army. But right now he does have a lot of roaches on the field, 24, 25 roaches right now. And he is going to push out, and this could be trouble for our Terran player, as he is out of position. He does not have any units in his base in those bunkers right now. So all of this is just going to be awful for the Terran player, as he is going to get caught right in the middle of the map. As these roaches come by, they should be able to snipe off these bunkers before any units can get into them. Sniping off the lone Marauder right there. Or not quite sniping it. Just missing, but he is going to come up and he's going to push into the space, and it looks like he's going to get rid of both of these bunkers before any units can get in it, and now he has the high ground advantage versus this Terran player. So he is going to use this. Our Terran player does stim. Our roaches need to start. They aren't all hitting. It's bad concave for both players. The Terran player does get a better concave though, and our Zerg player is going to be in trouble, as there are a lot of Marauders in that force, and the concave was definitely given to the Terran, as our roaches had to retreat back a little bit there. So that is definitely a victory for the Terran player. Small victory right there. And he does have a slight supply lead, but we do have Burrow going down right now, as well as Glile reconstruction for our Zerg player. So he could possibly use that, as there are no turrets down anywhere for our Terran player right now. So if he can use that for a little surprise attack with some roaches, that could be huge for this Zerg player. And down in Gold League, it's fun little tactics like that that can really trick and surprise your opponent, and I'm sure that works all the way up through Diamond Masters, stuff like that, as many players don't know about the little smoke you can kind of see when burrowed units are moving, anything like that. So right now we do as well have tunneling claws, so yes, it does look like we are going to see burrowed roaches moving around the field here pretty soon. This Terran player though does have a scary Marauder force. He does have 2 more on the way, so he is going to have, let's see, he has 16 Marauders with 2 more on the way, 18 Marauders there, and that is no good against only 15 roaches right there. So the army is definitely in favor of our Terran player. He has 101 supply, over 75. Our Zerg player is going to need to start taking that third pretty soon, I would imagine, as our Terran player is already taking the third and getting medevacs. So huge lead right now. He does not have any upgrades though from Engineering Bay though. Does our Zerg player have any upgrades on the way? No, he does not. He does have that Evolution Chamber, and he is throwing down a Spire right now. So it looks like he is going to tech. He did not tech into those infested, I can't even remember the name of the units right now. The infested dudes, well, infestors, wow. I was going to call them infested Terrans. In the meantime, we do have these Zerglings running around, checking all over the map. Always a great idea to check for those random expansions. So many times I've thought I've had it won when all of a sudden I look over and the other player has 2 ninja expansions over here and over here that I never checked, and he just comes in and kicks my butt. So always smart to have a little bit of patrol going on there. Also good for checking drops. If anything's coming by over there, he will be able to see it. Good creep spread going on right now for our Zerg, and he is going to push out with these roaches. They do have roach speed, they do have tunneling claws, they do have burrow, so we are going to see what is going to happen. There are a lot of Marauders still in this force though, and I am extremely worried about that. Upgrades now starting for our Terran player, so it looks like he is going to start getting the upgrades. We do have 9 Mutalisk in production for this Zerg, so this Zerg is not out of it yet. The supply lead is closing down right now, and as our Terran player, as you can see, there is this slight smoke here, this shadow, so if you are watching a Zerg, you should be able to see that, but it does not look like his focus is on this army right now. This army is going to sneak right by his force into his natural here, and it looks like he is going to take out some SCVs, something along those lines, but this is going to trap him into the base. In the meantime, there is a third going up right now, so it looks like, here we go, we do have these roaches. They have come out right now. They are going to go ahead and start focusing down this orbital at the natural. I don't know if it's the right idea. And it looks like these roaches right here are going to get left out right now, and this Terran army has not skimmed yet, but doesn't even need to skim, as there are so many Marauders, so many Marines with these medevacs right here, over top healing. They are easily going to clean up this army. So easy right there for that Terran player, and now he is going to push out. We do have these 11 Mutalisk, I believe that is, 8, 3, 11, yes, so 11 Mutalisk coming around to try and do some harass, but is it going to be a little too late, as we do have our Terran player moving into position with that scary army, and there is just nothing that this Zerg player has right now to defend this. He is going to need some magical forces to just somehow, some High Templars to randomly appear and just storm on top of this army. So it looks like, here we go, we do have a little engagement here. There is a stim. His Terran player is going to come in. There is no third base for the Zerg player, so this Terran is going to take out that natural hatchery, which was already low. He is going to take out all of these drones coming up. Come up here, and there we go. Lock our blue Zergs, because I have no idea how you got so many units. It was from some great macro, some great production. 3 bases right there, good economy. So GG, well won, and Mr. Llama out.